Well, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning. I'm having a pretty good one. The dogs are still rambunctious, even though I took them for a walk. We didn't have a long walk. I got about two-thirds of the way through it, and some really loud motorcycles came through, and Luna asked to go home. She got a little disturbed. And since she's not been going, and I finally got her to go on this, I said, "Okay, I'll placate your concerns, and we will go home a little early." Yes. Blue, no lick me in the face, buddy. But Grandpa, I love to lick you in the face. It just shows I love you. Yeah, I know you do out of love, not out of meanness. Okay. Hey, I didn't do a couple of videos. One time I didn't do it because I had to work on some stuff at the house. The other one I did, but then I didn't. Audio was all messed up on it, so I couldn't upload it. But I didn't find that out until yesterday because I was like, well, I got that one that I haven't uploaded, so I'll just upload it. Anyway, long story short is I've been messing up. Grandpa, I still love you. Yes, I know you. Oh, you're a big lummox. But he's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He's panting hard because he's been running with Pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little coffee in me. Mm, Get this shake, rattle, and rolling. I'm looking at Luna. I don't. Luna, you okay? You're acting weird. All right. Yes, Luna's got her ball. She should be happy. Okay. AI. Today we're going to talk about incompetence and confidence. So one of the biggest problems with working with AI that you have to wrestle with if you're like me and using it on a daily basis is that when it responds with whatever information, there's two kinds of responses you'll get. One is where it's blatantly when it because it so let me back up. When it responds, it really responds very verbosely, which is great because you really need to read the verbose statements and not just copy and paste out what it's saying, even though I've done that a couple of times, maybe a few, maybe several. Anyway, the point is, reading through the response, you can make sure when it states why it's doing what it's doing and explaining what the ramifications are, you can typically see, no, it's not doing this correctly, or it's not following or my instructions weren't clear enough, or there's more context that it needs because it's not doing it correctly. And that becomes very apparent sometimes. However, this is a case I ran into last week. I didn't know enough to understand whether or not it really understood the problem. I am working with a new tool, and it's an add-in to programming. You can bring it into your C# project, and it helps you do things. It is a fairly established tool. The tool is called Selenium. If you can look it up, it helps you access some web pages. And I was thinking about not saying it because I thought this was a generic answer, but I'm going to give some examples, and you can understand better knowing it's something that accesses web page, and that you should know it's Selenium if you're working on that. Anyways, so I had Selenium, but I have never used Selenium until recently. And in my dev department, I'm the only person in dev using Selenium. So I don't even have a cohort. So I'm relying quite a bit on the AI to help me with how to understand how to use Selenium and use it. And it has been very, very good. It has been exceptional at explaining things to me and helping me with how to grab different things on the web page and change fields, and gave me different attack things that I could do when things didn't work quite as well. One of the things that runs into with my the web page that I'm working on is that it does not allow you to have access unless you use something called the shadow root. Now that's I'm getting into the details, but that's as far as I'm going to go on HTML stuff. So when I ran into a problem where the web page was calling another web page and then just hosting it inside of itself. And so I was like, oh, okay. I knew that was what was going on. So I'm get in there and get onto the page, and you can use browser tools to see what the ow. Careful, buddy. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. No, no, I'm not going to let you do that anymore. You got to do claw, buddy, and it hurts me. It does. It hurts me. Luna's not going to put up with that shit. Okay. Sorry. All right. So it's a web page with a web page inside of it. So I like pull this stuff in, and it comes back and says, "Oh, here you go. Here's the stuff." And then I was like, "That didn't work." And I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, it's in an iframe." "Oh, it's in an iframe. Then you need to do this." Now that didn't work. "Oh, okay. You do know the iframes in the shadow root under this." "Oh, here you go. This will work." No, nothing worked. I wasn't smart enough to see if it had any inaccurate conclusions or misunderstandings. And you can't put the entire context in because the entire context is huge. But then that was on ChatGPT 4.0. And then I got the little warning that says, hey, this conversation's kind of long. You might want to start a new one. And I said, yeah, might as well. So far, everything's been useless. So I started another conversation, but this one I said, I'm going to use ChatGPT 4.01. So I gave it that same information. Said, here's the class, here's what I'm doing. And it came back and said, oh, yeah, you need to use this. And because you're casting this incorrectly, you're not, you probably didn't see this function that will actually get you what you want. And I was like looking at it, go, oh, yes, last one was casting it incorrectly because I knew there was a function that helped with getting what I wanted, but I didn't see it. And when I put it in, it said, ah, that's invalid. It was because I cast to a different type, and it gave me the correct type to cast it to. And after casting the correct type, everything worked. That's how close we were to everything working. It was all a matter of casting it to the right type. So that, but the thing is, AI comes back and sounds so confident that it knows what it's doing. And the other AI actually knew that. Now it's an upgrade, right? It's a little smarter than the other one. So sometimes one of the biggest problems you have running with what the AI does is not having the confidence. It has so much confidence that what it's doing because from its knowledge base, this is accurate. But if you have a junior programmer or a young intern or a nurse or a doctor that's in practice, they know their knowledge base is limited and they don't tell you with such certainty. So you know what? That's one of the flaws of AI. Super confident without that understanding that its knowledge base is so limited. All right. By the way, I usually use Claude Sonnet. I wish I could tell you how that worked out, but I didn't. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.